Alright, this is Maya, and it's the program I use in this animation I've been working on. And that is my character right now. He has no clothes, so I'm going to fix that disturbing sight right now. And this thing on the right, where my mouse is, that's the layer panel, and that turns off different layers of objects that I need to manage while I'm animating. Things like clothes. Like this is a static clothes that are attached to his body, and then I have dynamic clothes that move like real cloth when they're cached. And well, let me just put on the static ones for now. Also on this layer panel, I've loaded in multiple scene files that I can turn on and off. For example, I've got this grass and field layer that I created, and I created everything in this from scratch. Like all the elements in the animation are entirely me. I didn't do the whole animation on my own, but the only things I haven't done are the audio elements, which I had a few friends help me with. So this is the scene for this animation bit, and it's a bit I'm throwing out. This is why it takes so long. Sometimes I work on a scene and it doesn't look like something I want to keep, so I end up having to throw it out. And this is my first bit of talking, and it's kind of rough. I never get that far into it before I decide it's not good. But I had to learn how to do lip syncing and create the mouth shapes for speech. It's kind of weird. If I'm watching a video now without sound, I can kind of sort of tell you what they're saying because I had to learn how to read lips basically to get them to speak. There is also the controls for his body, which is this. I can move it and then I have to keyframe it once I make a movement, or it doesn't stick. Like I move it and it gets taken out of the animation. So I have to keyframe all these movements and make sure they look natural. They don't look all weird or anything like that. For his face movements, I have this panel of controls. Like for everything I've animated, you can basically see how this panel lines up with everything that's going on. Like all these controls move around and create each face movement. And to do this, I created all these controls from scratch. Like Maya doesn't come with the controls set in, you have to make everything. And I made that setup to determine how his face moved. To make those face movements and emotions, you have to model his face and different expressions. Sometimes that's not really that easy because if you model like a character smiling, he'll just have one smiling emotion. So instead of doing that, I modeled each individual muscle movement so I can get a wider range of facial expression. So that is the scene setup, and that is my character. I mentioned that there were people who worked on the audio elements of my animation. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of who those people are. This person is the one who did the ambient music. This person did the music that I'm going to use throughout the animation. This person worked on the sound effects that I use in the animation. This is who will be running color adjustments on the entire thing once it's finished. I haven't gotten to that point yet, so there are no certainties, but you should still check out the stuff they do. I'll be linking to all of these in the description below, and you should check them out. They're all really amazing artists.